Just a symbol of Jesus.
Well, hello, symbol, and goodbye.
But J.J. painted him.
Don't finger me, Michael. I had him in the closet where he wasn't performing no miracles for nobody.
Mama, couldn't we at least let Black Jesus hang alongside?
Forget it. The only Jesus I know is him, and the one thing he don't need is a partner. Hush up, both of you. This picture has been in my family for as long as I can remember. When I was a baby, I don't know what I saw first. My mama, my papa, or this Jesus. Now, he's the one I know and love, so let's close the subject. Jesus was black, the Bible would have said so.
But it does say so.
What are you talking about?
I read about it. It's in Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. It says, his hair is like wool, and his eyes are like flame of fire.
Well, Lord have mercy. It sure do say that, don't it?
And see, Mama, look at her hair, like wool, ain't it? And look at them eyes, red like fire.
Yeah, they sure
Mama,
is.
how do we know Jesus wasn't black? He could have been from the lost tribe of Israel. They were supposed to be black.
I bet they were. If ever people were lost, we're it. If ever people were lost, we're it.
Where there's 3 guys marching, and one of them is blowing a flute, and the other one is carrying the flag.
You mean the Spirit of 76?
That's it. Guess who was playing the drums?
Buford?
Buford.
Pop, I've seen that picture 1,000 times, and all 3 of them dudes is white.
So what? How many times you see pictures of Jesus and he's white?
Well, what about it?
That's wrong, too. Because you can't hang around Jerusalem no 30-some years and don't wear no hat and stay white.
Verse 10. Are there any questions?
Hey, watch it, baby. This cat is heavy on religion.
I can see this has become a struggle between good and evil. Satan has a question.
Yes, sir, Chaplain Gill, but since neither one of us are God, I don't think either one of us are in any position to say who's good and who's evil.
Why don't you just ask your question?
We were discussing the disciples. What color were they?
Well, I don't think we know that for certain.
But they were Hebrews, were they not?
That's right.
As was Jesus. Jesus was also a Hebrew.
Why don't you just ask your question?
What color were the original Hebrews?
I have told you that we don't know that for certain.
Then you can't believe for certain that Jesus was white.
Just a moment. God is white. Isn't it obvious?
Well, that is obvious, but we don't know if it's obvious that God is white. It's just that the images of Jesus that are on prison walls and churches throughout the world are not historically correct, because history teaches us that Jesus was born in a region where the people had color. There's proof in the very Bible that you ask us to read in Revelation, 1st chapter, verse 14 and 15, that Jesus had hair like wool and feet the color of brass.
Just what are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm proving to you that Jesus was not, and I might quote one of our Indian brothers, he was not a paleface.
Aha.
Amen.
Isn't that interesting?
Mama, how do we know Jesus wasn't black? He could have been from the lost tribe of Israel. They were supposed to be black.
I bet they were. If ever people were lost, we're it.
Brother Ryan, now you know the Lord set me out to win over the devil and his evil. Brother Ryan, you get that black nigger out here. By the lost tribe of Israel, nigger! Come on! The lost tribes of Israel were black. The lost tribes of Israel were black.
There is a third way. By sailing west across the ocean sea. The distance is unknown. It's said to be infinite. Superstition. I believe the Indies are no more than 750 leagues west of the Canary Islands. How can you be so certain? The calculations of Toscanelli, Marin de Tir, Esdras. Esdras is a Jew. So what's worse? 2 minutes, and already you're a dead man. For telling the truth? Yes. How can you be so certain? The calculations of Toscanelli, Marin de Tir, Esdras. Esdras is a Jew. So what's worse? 2 minutes, and already you're a dead man. For telling the truth?
Well, this here's my new bronc buster. This is my daughter, Catherine. Shalom Alaikum, Jackson 2 Bears.
Mr. Ballou, what's the use of saying Shalom Alaikum to me? I'm a full Sioux Indian. I'm not one of the chosen people.
All right, go ahead being stubborn if you want.
Well, I ain't stubborn.
Oh, not much you ain't. You know, according to an ex-congressman of these United States I heard give a lecture at the Chautauqua this winter, Indians is the lost tribe of Israel, but he won't admit it.
Just ain't true.
He was an ex-congressman of these United States, I tell you.
Oh, Papa, maybe he was mistaken.
Oh, no, he was not. Jackson just got a mean, stubborn streak in him is all. I brought Mr. Bernstein, the telegraph operator, out here from town last month, and he stood right where you're standing now, and he talked Hebrew at Jackson for 10 minutes by my watch, and Jackson pretended he didn't understand a word. Now, I call that stubborn.
Well, I didn't understand a word.
You see what I mean? Now, you get that trunk down out of there. I'll get the sergeant. You know, according to an ex-congressman of these United States I heard give a lecture at the Chautauqua this winter, Indians is the lost tribe of Israel, but he won't admit it.
Wait a minute. Look at it. Have you eyes but see not? Which would come in handy if you're looking at us stuff. See, this is our family crest, son, right here. And look at that crown. I am a king. There it is right there. I've been right all along. See, that's the crown, and right there, that's Ethiopia. That's where my family came from. And right here, see, that's black and white hand intermingled. Whatever that means. And then here's a shield showing that we were great warriors.
With a Jewish star on it.
Yeah. I wonder what that means.
That means, Fred Sanford, if I know my Bible, and I know my Bible, you are a descendant of a king of the Jews. And if you're a king, you're also Jewish.
Jewish? Gee, that's funny. You don't look it.
I'm Jewish.
You hear that, Elizabeth? Elizabeth, honey, I'm Jewish. This is it. This is the big one. I'm coming to join you, honey. I'll be the one with the chicken soup and the matzo ball. It's impossible. I can't be Jewish. How could it be?
That's what the scroll says, Fred.
Who ever heard of black Jews?
Any advice for these young people over here for starting out in the press corps?
Go for it. You'll never be unhappy. You'll always keep people informed, and you'll always keep learning. The greatest thing of the profession. Never stop learning.
Today they're covering the Jewish Heritage Month. Today.
Are you going to meet the president?
And any comments on Israel? We're asking everybody today. Any comments on Israel?
Tell them to get the hell out of Palestine.
Ooh. Any better comments?
Remember, these people are occupied, and it's their land. It's not German, it's not Poland.
So where should they go? What should they do?
They go home.
Where's the home?
Poland.
So the Jews,
Germany.
The Jews go back to Poland and Germany.
And America and everywhere else. Why push people out of there who had lived there for centuries? See?
Oh. Now, are you familiar with the history of that region and what took place?
Very much. I'm of Arab background.
I see. Do you speak Arabic?
Huh? No, Shwai.
Shwai. Oh, Shwai. تكلم عربي نهجة.
Very little.
لازم تتكلم.
We were too busy Americanizing our parents.
Oh my goodness. learn the Arabic, learn a little
All
Hebrew.
The best to you.
Thank you very much.
Go for journalism. You'll never regret it.
According to the Bible, outside of conversion. When you go into the history of the Khazarian history, I know you probably have some history on that. The Khazarian history, when you look between like the 8th and the 11th century, right near the time of the Crusades, you had a conversion of Khazaria, where they were being pressed on both sides. All right, you had Europeans who were Khazars who were pressed on both sides. You had the Christians on one side, and you had Muslims or Islam on the other side, and you had this great conversion of Khazaria. And with this great conversion, you had many Caucasians convert into what we call today Judaism. Now, because the children of Israel fell as a people according to the Bible and have no idea who they are, of course, the people that are practicing some similitude of the law would hold that stature and be proclaimed as the Jews today. All right? Yeah.